If you are looking for earthquake survival tools, you are in the right place at the right moment. Find the 100% guaranteed proven quality earthquake survival tools and stuff that you need. Do not let me to decide this. Instead, see with your eyes and hear with your ears the next important and shocking sequence of videos. And after that, decide what it is best for you and your family. Attention! Important! There are all the chances of tragic events happening, especially in America, even in the many parts of the globe. Now everyone from America pay attention, region across the California, Los Angeles, San Andreas and others nearby, you have to take action depending on how serious it is. The following warnings. I wish you all the best to everyone. Welcome to the Warning Alert.tech blog, where you will find global news and videos, worldwide live news, which may be helpful if they are seen at the right time. You will find also 100% powerful proven good survival stuff, survival items and survival tools, which will surely be of use in the near future. See the next videos and understand why you need earthquake survival tools equipment fast. Time is short. People have started to prepare for some time. Did you started to prepare? We live the days when everything seems to be too confusing. Shocking days with shocking war news, shocking climate change and shocking people's behavior. That's why it's absolutely important to achieve instantly the best benefit for you and your loved ones. Our lives, healthy, safety and tranquility. Definitely it's the most important. See all latest news and shocking news on the blog and other social medias that you will find below this video. I hope you make the best decisions for you and your family. I wish you all the best to everybody. Hi and welcome aboard on Warning Alert.tech, where will we go together through this new and strange journey of our lives, and which unfortunately cannot be bypassed. We are all caught together. Watch as the following important video sequences from people and directly from the news. It is very important to follow up the video to the end, so you can understand the gravity of the situation, where I repeat, that we are caught with all, and that's why we must take the necessary precautionary methods.
Striking again. This time it's an entire lake that gets sucked underground and fish just left flopping around in Ocala.
However scary, sometimes it's asteroids and meteors. Today it's earthquakes.
Say that an earthquake with the power of last night's Mexico tremor could happen here and may be more damaging because the San Andreas Fault is located under populated areas. So how about that early warning system?
Right now in the Pacific Northwest, I'd be considering moving. Seriously. The gist of it is this. The federal government estimates 13,000 Americans will die in a major earthquake and tsunami in the Pacific Northwest. It's not a question of whether, but when. This earthquake is coming, and it's overdue.
Scientists and FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, are warning of a pending doom for the Pacific Northwest. An earthquake along a little-known fault line that would kill thousands.
Everything west of Interstate 5 is gone. That's Seattle, Tacoma, Portland and Olympia, Salem and Eugene, wiped out. Altogether about 7 million.
Locals got an influx of storm-related emergency alerts overnight. KSBY reporter Kelsey McFarland is live in the studio with us this evening. Kelsey, you found some of those alerts apparently not intended.
Right, Dan, you either saw it on TV or your smartphone. Severe thunderstorms, evacuation warnings, and flash flood warnings. But 2 more were added to that mix that weren't supposed to be there. Residents across the Central Coast received up to 24 emergency alerts, either on their TV screens or their cell phones.
Well, I saw a bunch of thunderstorm alerts on TV interrupting the Weather Channel.
Bob Shambron wasn't sure if he should take it seriously.
So I was just thinking, oh, ho-hum, yeah, maybe it'll rain, but probably not. So they tend to overwarn, but then that creates kind of another problem, which is that people don't take the warning seriously.
Thunder, lightning, rain, even hail did make their appearance, but dozens of the alerts that came with all of that weren't supposed to, including an earthquake alert out of Santa Barbara County.
So this jurisdiction that was putting out that message wanted to put out an evacuation warning message for the Alamo fire area, and they slipped up and accidentally put in earthquake.
Some also saw a special marine warning meant only for mariners.
Those were done in mistake because of a coding on the emergency alert system equipment that's received at radio stations and TV stations. So that's something we're going to follow up on.
Annoying or not, officials say it is vital to pay attention to the alerts because events like flash flooding can be deadly.
In February of 1998, unfortunately, we had 2 California Highway Patrol officers and a Napomo resident killed on 166 because of some flooding that occurred and actually took out the roadway.
Some of those alerts may also have been doubled up because radio and
As we cannot exclude what surrounds us, it's absolutely important to achieve instantly the best benefit in an emergency situation for you and your loved ones. Our lives, healthy, safety and tranquility, definitely it's the most important for all of us. Follow the blog warningalert.tech for some good survival things which you may need in the near future. You will see below this video all the links that you need. Be up to date with the latest videos of events and breaking news that can change our course of life from how we know it so far. See the following video. Not ignore the important things that surrounds us. If you like, or even helping the information from the blog, YouTube channel and social media, please start getting involved. Start to subscribe, like, comment and share. Thanks. If you are still skeptical, before we continue, watch this important short video sequence. All full videos can be found in the description below.
I want to show you some new video tonight. We're talking about a sinkhole striking again. This time it's an entire lake that gets sucked underground, and fish just left flopping around in Ocala. Fox 35's Dana J spent the day in Ocala talking with homeowners who fear that sinkhole could get bigger.
Constance quickly noticed the pond outside her window shrinking Tuesday morning.
Scientists say that an earthquake with the power of last night's Mexico tremor could happen here and may be more damaging because the San Andreas Fault is located under populated areas. So how about that early warning system? When the 8.1 earthquake rattled the southern coast of Mexico Thursday night, a loud alarm could be heard going off in Mexico City, hundreds of miles away. It started 1 minute before the shaking reached the capital.
It was actually set up for the capital, and if you actually lived on the West Coast, you were the early warning system.
Mexico's system was installed after their devastating 1985 quake that killed 10,000 people. Last night, waves detected near fault lines outside Mexico City triggered the alarms as seen in this video tweeted out by a government official. So why doesn't Los Angeles have a system like Mexico's?
In order for it to become a priority, we'd probably have to have some sort of damaging earthquake in the United States.
After concern that President Trump planned to cut funding for the early warning system, Congress has now awarded $4.9 million each year to deploy the technology. But Tom Heaton at Caltech says that's half of what should be put into the system, and the timetable for implementation is unclear.
It takes some time to actually put one of those things in place and to build it. It requires quite a bit of software development.
And the U.S. technology is already being used by BART in the Bay Area, and it may be used by LA Metro in a year and a half. The hope is that not too far away, Angelinos will be warned about an earthquake by getting an alert on their cell phones.
There is some disquieting news about the San Andreas Fault. Experts say they've detected new areas of motion all along the fault, and they're calling the motion significant. So you're wondering, does that mean the fault is getting ready to rumble? If you live in California, you want to know. Obviously, the San Andreas is California's most volatile fault line. Now, scientists at the University of Hawaii are saying that they're now seeing confirmed movement of the Earth's crust that has long been predicted by computer models. So, yeah.
And perhaps the worst part of all of this, these sorts of earthquakes happen at regular intervals in exactly this part of the world, have forever. On average, according to seismologists, about every 240 years. So when was the last one of these? These massive 9.2 or so earthquakes? Well, the last one was more than 300 years ago, the year 1700. It struck in the Pacific Northwest and sent a 600-foot wave of water all the way to Japan. So right now, on average, the Pacific Northwest is decades overdue.
Just are out with a very startling warning that Southern California is overdue for a major and possibly catastrophic earthquake. A new study says it's expected to hit along the San Andreas Fault north of Los Angeles. It could have a magnitude of 7.5 or higher. That's big. For the first time, scientists are closer to knowing when it could strike. CBS News science and futurist contributor Michio Kaku is a physics professor at the University of New York City. Good morning to you, Professor. When I went to see you in the green room, you said, I'm here with doom and gloom. But let me tell you, I grew up in high school and junior high. We've been hearing about an earthquake coming in California for years. What makes this different?
Well, before it was all hocus pocus and black magic predicting earthquakes. And I was born in California, 10 miles from the San Andreas Fault, living under the shadow of the big one. Now we can quantify this. And we now know that the San Andreas Fault is locked, loaded, and ready to rumble. We now realize that the people of Los Angeles are living on borrowed time. We now know that by digging into the soil, we can go down 1,200 years into the past, looking at soil laid down hundreds of years ago, and we find 10 major earthquakes in the last 1,000 years. The difference in time is roughly 100 years on average. The last big one was 160 years ago. So according to one calculation, we're 60 years overdue for another big one.
You're talking about the great 1857 quake, right?
That's right. It was a huge 7.9 earthquake that was so big it actually liquefied the soil north of Los Angeles, like halfway between Bakersfield and LA.
And the tremors in that quake, by some reports, it lasted up to 3 minutes. Is that right?
Yeah, so we're not talking about just a few seconds, like maybe in a Northridge type earthquake. We're talking about an earthquake that lasts for minutes. And also the U.S. Geologic Survey did an estimate of property damage. What could happen if the 1857 earthquake happens today? The numbers are frightening.
All kind of phenomena happening at one time. Now look over there where that bubbling water is. Wasn't that deeper in the water when we were standing over there, and now it's towards the edge? Yeah.
That's another sinkhole forming.
Dang.
Another whirlpool.
Wow, that's cool.
I wish I would have videotaped that. I just didn't know what that was.
That was scary.
That was scary. It was really scary.
I guess the whole thing is going to fall in. See,
now check out the links below, which I hope will be useful. See you on the other side, and in the next future videos.